Remember last time I shared with you what I kept in my kid souvenir box. So this one is for my eldest daughter. She used to write a lot of poems. When my mom passed away, and because she was already, I don't know, in 2011, she's born in 98. Guys, I can't do much, you know that. So she wrote a song for my mom called Memories by Anastasia. That's was a stage name. She changed that now. Guys, I used to have a lot of video of her on YouTube. We started YouTube in 2013, where she was, singing, right? And we even made an album for her. I'll come to it, it must be inside. So that song says, once was born my grandmother, a spirit, a saint, my mom's mom, humble, beautiful in her own way, shining dim but bright, showing us the light, special, loved and kind. Mémé, one of us. Mémé is grandmother in French. And the chorus says, "And you scared? We'll never meet someone like her again. We must keep a memories. Bare, somehow I feel bare, but I'll treasure her memories. Warm, kind, of darkness, she was blind, Jesus' disciple. God sent down upon us. Don't worry, Mimi, your memories will be safe with me." It's funny that at that time she was already referencing God. She's a Christian. Then the chorus again come and says, aren't you scared? We'll never meet someone like her again. We must keep her memories. Bare, somehow I feel bare, but I'll treasure her memories. And there's more. And to think that she was one of us once. And to think that we are selfish and vain. And to think that she is one of us, proud of us, gave birth to us. And to think that some mistreated a saint. Our mom was a saint. And you scared we'll never meet someone. I've read that to you. And she was very young when she wrote that. It's beautiful just reading that again. Guys, that was supposed to be B-roll from a video. It's going to be a video on its own. And she started writing songs when she was very young, maybe 11 or even 9. She had a song called Outsider, because she was bullied when she was a kid. And so that reminded me, because one of the things that she wrote here was the escape. She has a lot of imagination, and today she writes song. The other one is the outsider's hair. Right? These are jewelry she had was given to her when she was a kid. So there's like a little pendant, and anyway, a family, a godmother gave it to her, and so I thought I'll keep that. She was a lot into dance, ballet, art, so she had so many medals. When they were a kid, yeah, it's Snow White. I used to have like a Disney subscription where they actually change the names of the character to my kids. So my kids are born Anya. Names are Anya and Jennifer. So this one says, oh, and then their friends as well, and the cousin were in the book. I've just found it now here. So this one says, one day Anya, who is my eldest daughter, Jennifer, my youngest, Marika is a niece, Calvin is a nephew, So one day, Anya, Jennifer, Marika, and Calvin were playing in a large, rambling garden. In an overgrown corner, Anya found a funny little wooden gate set in the archway with a tangled rose bush growing over it. Anyway, guys, you get the story. If I continue reading to you, you're gonna fall asleep. I didn't throw that because I think they can keep that for their I don't know if they have the kid tomorrow or if for themselves, but everything is about them as being the main character of the books. I don't know if that exists. My adventure with Disney, it's yeah, it's funny. I had forgotten about this one. So let's continue. This is the book for my eldest. She was doing dance for a very long time. She was doing ballet, tap dance. So that's a CD of her performance, which I need. I'm sure she will need. She will like having. There's 2 CD inside. So yeah, I keep that for her, and for each of them, I gave like a photo of my wedding. Their dad and I wedding, right? So I think, I don't know, they may like it. She has also a picture of her and a friend, and her when she was a kid. She was such a cute girl, okay? She was such a cute girl. I don't know if the light will show something. That's what her when she was younger. She won't mind me showing picture of younger. And that's a photo of her as a baby with my mom, So I thought this would be something nice for them to keep. And here I took them to, I don't know which attraction park. There's me screaming and then there's my youngest that I hold. And then there's my eldest at the front with a friend. I took them to Potton Park, which is another park in the UK. And that's her with the dad. So, and then she has a lot of house competition dance, they also have the invite. That's our invite for our wedding, and so I kept one of those with them. And this is her having like a certificate for tap, another one for ballet. I'm not just showing it from front so you don't have a full name there. And this was in 2006, Saint Joseph. What is it? Forgiveness our trespass as we forgive those who trespass against us. Oh, it's the Sacrament of Reconciliations. Right, okay. That was in 2006. That was for my eldest. She was in a Catholic school. And again, she was in a lot of competition. And that's a picture of her and her friend. They were so young, right? So I kept that for her for like her. And what I've put there is just another medal because she had many of them. This is a hat. They both had one. We bought that when we went in Australia in 2009. And a lot of kids at school in Australia wear that during the summer. So we bought them, each of them, and we kept that as a souvenir. And it's still a very good hat. So that's a first single that I gave her as a gift. I took her in a recording studio in Manchester, and she recorded that music. And she was still very young. Look at that, young and cute Anastasia. But she moved away from this type of music, and she more sing about gospels, but like pop gospel. You wouldn't know it's gospel unless you. That was her as a kid, and that's her eye. When she was still a baby, maybe 1 or 2, just before we moved it in the UK. And more photos, just a few photos, and more act against bullying. Oh my God, that's strange. Cool to be kind day. a certificate of kindness. She just made a video about bullying on her channel. She doesn't really use YouTube. She uses Instagram and what the other one? TikTok. Like a lot of kids, right? I mean youngster. So it's funny that in 2011, she actually received a certificate of kindness for being a fabulous friend. Act against bullying. I don't know if she remembers that. I didn't. So this is a great thing to keep. And that's when she worked at Primark. At 16, she started working and she worked at Primark. Primark is a store in the UK, like a fast fashion store. She worked there for 3 years, I think, 3 or 4 years. Okay, let me put those back. And I have another one here for them. They all each have 2 boxes because some of the things couldn't hold. This is something that I kept. They may like. It's something that my sister have made for them, my elder sister. Neighbor was an old lady who actually did those for her. The name are on the top, and I left them for them to decide. And that's when my daughter participated with me. We participate to the race for life for cancer for my mom. So that's my mom here on the front. And it's a picture of her holding her grandkids. So I kept that because that was the first time she participated in this race for life. Like, why not keep it? I don't even remember how I did that. Oh, iron transfer. I bought the paper, printed, and then transfer it on it. And so these were the ones for my eldest daughter. And now we'll do the one for my youngest daughter. Okay. So my youngest daughter, here, that's a picture of her and her dad. Here, she was a baby. Then she was a tomboy as a kid, still is. No one's the good guy. I don't know. Red tie. That's what's written in here. And that I kept that because the way she drew the tie was really nice. In the UK at the time when kids are babies, you have this record book, health book, child health record, but we don't use that anymore. But it's nice to see how, you know, when the kid is born and some information that was given by, you know, the nurse that came and visited her at home. So yeah, it's interesting to see, you know, have a bit of the story of her birth. Anyway, I digress. This is a, how do you call it, card certificate. The box just fallen from Dubai. Okay, they were in an American course called Regent International in Dubai, and here is a card of, you know, certification where she was given bronze award for achieving 100 house points. Okay, and she was in K1 I think it's like, I don't know, first year at K1. What was it? It's the American ways. I forgot what it is in the UK. So here she had art teacher. Okay, that was for art teacher. She had a lot of great points. Oh, she has French too here. PE, but a lot of art. You can see that she's somebody who likes art. Here, remember, I don't know if you guys have that in wherever you live. The school photograph, you know, they send it in this envelope and then you have to choose the pictures, blah blah. So on that year No, she was there. She was there. She's on the picture. Sometime I didn't buy the picture because that small picture was good enough. I would order more the picture where she was alone, and the group picture not always, not that year anyway. I just kept this because this was good enough for us to keep and see who was a friend at the time. That was a gift that was given to her by first name is Jennifer, okay, and she was in love with SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh my goodness, she has an obsession with it. So I gave her that top when she was, I don't know, she was a kid, and it's really tiny. I don't know, maybe she want to give it to a kid or keep it for whatever. And that's the same hat that I was telling you about, that we got in Australia, that we bought them when we were in Australia. And do you remember these? The PlayStation games? Okay, the old PlayStation game. They still have the gaming machine. And here, one of her favorite game ever was Home Alone. The Home Alone game. So she has that and many other games. She still has the machine somewhere. So I thought, you know, I keep it for her. She laughed about that later. This was a book in one of the schools. Yeah, it was a book one of the school. That year, I don't know, they made like, it was 2009. They made like a magnificent book with so many things about the school, etc. Okay, there was SpongeBob SquarePants, and the other one that she loved as a kid was SpongeBob Square. No, who's this one? Bob the Builder. Bob the Builder. If you are in the UK, I took her to Butlins, Pontins, you know, to see them. And that's me and her, my youngest, when we were at a park. And on that day, as I see that picture, we had a very bad moment that happening. While I was sitting with my eldest, that was 5 and was learning to, she knew how to bike already. This is near a river, a big river, not a river, a lake. She fell in the lake with the bike. We did not see. And fortunately, a guy, God bless him to this day, jumped in and took her out of the water with a bike. She would have drowned because I was sat there. My husband was somewhere. He was actually with her at some point, and you know, kids, she says she's going away, and then I don't know, she slid in the lake. Nobody saw her. Thanks God she's okay. It was a good day. However, now when I see this, that's what the idea that comes in my head. But that's me and her, and that her with her dad when she was still a baby. And she had so much hair, that kid, so much hair. I don't know if she was 9 here already, but yeah. And more picture of us together, just a few picture, right? And she also was into quite a few, you know, because when I put my oldest in like competition for dance, guitar, everything, you know, activity, she was in it. She was also doing it. And she did like, that's a swimming badge. That's her watching the car with her favorite uncle, my brother. Okay, I don't know if she was 4 or 5, but she liked to help and, you know, wash the car. And that's a certificate of attendance. That was in 2018, not long ago, at college. And oh, French. She did French at school, so it's funny. That's a book of a French. I thought you can keep it. La mer bleu foncé. And it's funny, you know, she wrote la mer, but she wrote la mer as the mother. That's the thing in French. You have la mer, which is the sea, It's M-E-R. And then you have la mère, which is the mother. It's M-E accent aigu, R-E. You know, E with an accent, R, but there's an E at the end, and that's the mother. So yeah, it's funny to see that I think she looked at it and she laughed. Yeah. Okay. And there's so much writing in here. I think she'll enjoy going through it. Here we have a book, another record book, this one for 2007 and 2008. That was in Bahrain, the Kingdom of Bahrain in Izata. This is when we were living in Bahrain. We lived in Bahrain, I was saying, for 3.5, almost 4 years. Jennifer liked drawing a lot. So I have a lot. She was she drew so well when she was a kid. Okay, on this one, she's drawing and writing in Korean. She speaks Korean today. She spent 6 months in Korea. So this is like, I think this is quite recent, maybe 5 years ago, I guess, a book. So I think that would be a good thing to keep for her, you know. So then what else is here? So we have more pictures of her at school. And again, I used to keep these, you know. That's her as a kid. And yeah, her with a doll here, you know, and her with her good friends, a best friend when we were in Bahrain. So let me put that away. That's recently a prospect grade for the GCSE. And that's the familia when we were in India. And for her, I also give a picture of her dad, I mean her parents, right? And that's her when she was small with this big hair. And that's where we were in India. That's a picture of her in India. The Taj Mahal. But I'm sure you recognize it. And that's a picture of her when she was born and having a bath. So I have that book here for her because we went to a Halloween party in Bahrain and they portrait us into the book. So that's why I kept it, because we are in that book in Bahrain. I find it. We are here in the magazine. Jennifer and me, we are here in the magazine. So I kept that for her. And she has a cycling award. She learned to cycle at school. I put her in an after school club to learn more drawing, and a book for English. Yeah, Lake was taking. She had a very beautiful writing. So she still has. So she has exactly the same one as a sister that my sister did. So I kept those for both of them. And she also participated to the, you know, as a small kid, I made a top for her for the Race for Life for Cancer. She also did the race with us, and she was small. She was really small. So we were walking, and she did a 5 miles walk with us, although she was still a small human.